One of the cool things about Klaviyo is that it uses machine learning and data analytics to create predictions about your customers and your subscribers. In today's video, I'm just going to focus on two useful predictive behaviors and how you can use them to create flows to send messages at appropriate times. So let's get into it. Firstly, there's a couple of caveats. If you've got a relatively new Klaviyo account, you need to keep in mind if you want to take advantage of Klaviyo's predictive analytics. The first one is that you need to have at least 500 customers have placed an order. You need to have some sort of an e-commerce integration, so using Shopify or BigCommerce or WooCommerce or Magento, or you're using the API to send placed orders from Post. And you've got at least 180 days of order history, and you have order history within the last 30 days. And you've got at least some customers who have placed 3 or more orders. And if you have all of these things, well, this information will start to show up in the contact profile section within Klaviyo. So it will show your historic CLV, which is your customer lifetime value, and the predicted customer lifetime value, which is a prediction of how much money the customer is going to spend in the next year. And the total CLV is the sum of the historic CLV plus the predicted CLV. And there are two other more useful predictive analytics. One of them is this one, which is the expected date of the next order. And the other is the gender prediction, which may or may not be useful if you sell different products to your customers based on their gender. So how can you practically make use of Klaviyo's predictive analytics? I'm now going to show you how you can set up a flow to take advantage of the gender prediction and the expected date of next order. So this is just an example flow for a customer win-back flow. In the flow filters, you can see we're currently just filtering on whether someone has placed an order, but you could also add in a flow filter so that people are only sent this email if the expected date of their next order was, say, in the last 7 days, let's say. So what we do is we click on and then we select properties about someone, and then the dimension is the expected date of next order. And then we say is in the last 7 days, and then we go save. So now it'll add this additional check before the first email gets sent. So let's say you've got one email that's like sent a day after rather than a 75-day wait like we've got here, then there'll be a check based on what the expected date of their next order. Now, not everyone will have that date of next order within their profile. It'll only be there for people who have ordered from you before, but that might be useful to help you follow up people at a time that's more appropriate for them rather than trying to take a guess. Well, let's send this email 30 days after the last order. We can instead base it on the predictive date of their next order. Now, for the gender prediction, we can use this example that Klaviyo has here, which is if you are selling apparel for men and for women, then obviously you can use the gender prediction to change the messaging that's in each of your emails. So Klaviyo's gender prediction algorithm uses census data, and it also uses a prediction based on their name to figure out if they're likely male, likely female, or it's uncertain. And then you can set up your flow to take advantage of that piece of data. So as an example, if we go back to this flow, we add in a filter and use predictive analytics about someone and choose the predicted gender. And if this flow was only going to send an email for men, we can go is likely to be male, and then we can go save. So now you should know a bit more about Klaviyo's predictive analytics. If you want to learn how to get better sign-up rates from your pop-up forms, then watch this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Oh, fuck, I have to redo that bit. Oh, no, I don't. It's all good.